Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a custom Google Analytics landing page conversion report. And as you can see here on the page, we've got a nice little graph of our conversion rates over time, and you can see they change on whether you sent out an email or you're just receiving good old organic search engine traffic. And underneath here we've got a table containing our landing pages, the number of unique page views they've received, the number of form fills, and then a calculation of the conversion rate in percent. And so this isn't something that comes out of the box with Google Analytics. It requires a little bit of setup, but I'm going to guide you through how you can easily set this up and coordinate with a developer if you need one to implement the code necessary for measuring all this stuff. So where to start? In this report, we're using two custom metrics here, one for form fills and then another one for conversion rate. And the way you get started with this is you head up to your admin panel, and you're going to want to scroll down here to the Custom Dimensions tab. If you click on that, you'll see Custom Dimensions and Custom Metrics. For the time being, we're just going to focus on Custom Metrics here. If we click on it, get a list of your custom metrics. You probably don't have any, but if you click on this one here that we already have for form fills, you'll see the settings, which are just scope of hit, formatting type integer, and then active. And over on the right here, we've got our JavaScript code, or if you're doing mobile, Android, and iOS. And we'll get to this in a second about how to implement this. But if we head back here for a second to the admin dashboard, we also have to set up something that's new in Google Analytics called calculated metrics. And this is how we set up the conversion aspect of everything. So if we head to calculated metrics, you probably don't have anything here, but we have conversion rate set up already. We'll click on that. Essentially what Google Analytics allows you to do now is take the information that you already have in Google, say it's page views, or in our case we've got a custom metric here for form fills, and then do calculations. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, all types of math. And then you can display it as a percent or maybe currency, something like that. It's really, really cool. There's limitless possibilities with this, but right now we're just doing conversion rate, form fills over page views. There's no code to implement with this. It's calculated based on form fills. But to get the custom report that we have, we've got to implement the code and start collecting metrics. So what you're going to have to do here is come over to JavaScript or whatever else you're using here, Android, iOS, and cut that JavaScript code out. And we'll head over here to a code editor really quickly. And for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll give you a couple of code snippets here. None of them are really cut, copy, and pastable, but they give you the general idea of what you need to do to implement this code. So here we just have an example using jQuery. This is for if you've got a regular old form on your site, not using a marketing automation system or something. And essentially what this does here is it targets your submit button on your form, so your submit button, and then it will measure upon one click, and you want to specify one click because when someone comes to your site, they may try to submit that form in really quick succession, click the button several times before it actually submits. You can do something like this, but it's going to register every time that person clicks the button. It's going to give you really bad metrics. So we'll do one click and then function. And here you'll see we already have that code pasted, but it's a little redundant the way they give it to you initially. They set a variable and then pass that variable into the code that Google gives here, their function for setting the metrics. In this case, we're just recording one hit, and we set the form fill metric right here. Yours may be different. It's probably not going to be called metric 2, but it sets that custom metric to 1, and that's essentially all you have to do. If you come over here, we've got a couple of examples for Marketo as well as HubSpot. With marketing automation systems, oftentimes you have success callbacks that you can hook into here. This is using Marketo's Forms 2.0, and they have a little method here for on success. And essentially all you have to do here is paste in that code as well, and then you can do all kinds of other fun stuff like redirecting the user and other things like that. For HubSpot, it's a little bit different. You can only record this value on form submit, so they don't really have a success handler here. But this does the trick, and it's really all contingent on how you're submitting your form. But if you've got a developer, you're a developer yourself, you'll be able to figure it out with some trial and error. And once you get it figured out, when you go over to your custom report here, you're going to have a nice shiny report with form fill metrics, and you'll have some really great information on what pages are converting for you. And if you want to go that extra mile, you can do stuff like recording custom dimensions for what type of content that page is. So, as you can see on the report here, we're tracking it here at Exebia Labs. You can see our white papers and our webinars and workshops are all converting really well since we set this up. You can also do fun stuff like seeing what sources and mediums are converting best for you. As you can see here, our Marketo emails are converting really well. Organic traffic, not so much. But it's this type of stuff that's really going to help you figure out what's performing for you, what's not performing for you, and then you can reimagine your strategies from there. So that's how you set up a custom Google Analytics landing page conversion report. If you have any questions on how to implement the code or how we built this report itself, it's pretty simple. Let me know in the comments section below, and I'd be happy to try and answer your questions. Thank you.